Hi everyone, welcome back to Sports Kati. We continue with Group D, and Group D have the champions of the world right now, France. What do I say about France? They have the best squad on paper. Oh yes, you can say Pogba is injured, Kante is injured, Nkunku is injured, Kimpembe is injured. Yes, but they still, uh, they have the best set of centre backs. I said Netherlands have the second best. France have the best. They might even play, their centre backs as full backs. They are so strong, their centre backs, they're ball playing centre backs. And then world class attacking players. Their attacking talent, the pace that they have in the wings, they're well covered in all areas of the field, except maybe, right back where they are not as strong as some might perceive, but everyone remembers Pavard's goal, that's the right back. However, right now they have run, a low run of form recently. Plus, there is a world champion curse, for the last for 5 or 6 World Cups, every champion has been exiting in the group stage except Brazil in 2006, who went to the quarterfinals. And to add to that, they have Denmark in the group, who have lately performed well against France. Denmark, you see, is a tactically well-oiled machine, and they have a lot of young players who have developed over the couple of years. They have a very good youth system, and the Danish youth teams have been doing very good in the youth tournaments. And some of these young players, have developed, they have got integrated, and I'm really excited to see how, they do in this World Cup. I don't think I have much to talk about Tunisia and Australia. Tunisia is not one of the strong African teams coming. Australia is not one of the strong Asian teams coming either. Up to you, Rohit. I mean, this is again a straightforward group, France and Denmark, and most probably we have to predict that France will beat Denmark. But how do you see about France with so many players injured?
For me, the group prediction is very straightforward. It's France and Denmark, and I expect France to top the group. And when you say about the strength of France, that's what trying to make the 11 for France, and I realized that players like Kamavinga does not make the 11, or maybe even does not even come as sub if required. So that shows how deep the French squad is still, even though they have injury worries. It's a player which I know maybe not so popular in many spheres, but I am really happy to see him back in the French team is Benzema. And, him playing up top now with Mbappe would make them one of the best strike force in the world. So that is something looking forward to see. And you clearly mentioned about their strength in defense. Yes, I think they can make 2 sets of defenders and they'll be world class. So France team is up there. Now, the Denmark team, you mentioned it there. They are a tricky team to play against. They have players who might not be the world class of what France players are, but they have those players who are capable of playing as a unit. And we saw, saw last in the World Cup what Croatia did with that ability. Okay, they don't have the players of the Croatia ability, but Denmark is a team like that. And with Eriksen and with Højbjerg, they have players, I believe, who can really push Denmark up. I expect them to finish second behind France. So that's it for my group.
Even I think France might win the group. I mean, there is this world champion curse, but I don't see Tunisia and Australia doing anything to surprise France. As far as France is concerned, there is one player that I would love to see him play is Tchouameni. Yes, he played in the UEFA Nations League. He has played a bit for France. But in the absence of Kante in this big tournament situation, it would be nice to see how that the defensive part of the midfield, an anchor in the midfield is working for France. And another name, you said Christopher Nkunku is injured, and his replacement is Kolo Muani. He's a striker. He's playing for Eintracht Frankfurt. He has a lot of pace. It's again one of those pacey center forwards who can play for France. He may not start, but I'm really excited to see what he adds to the team. This guy is a huge talent as well. Coming to Denmark, I have 2 names that I really love to say. they have some youngsters like Lindstrom, Skov, Olsen, who have been playing absolutely well for the national team. And I'm excited to see how Lindstrom and Skov Olsen leads the line for Denmark. These are my two players to watch for Denmark. As far as Tunisia is concerned, I think the best player probably is the defensive midfielder Elias Skhiri, who plays for FC Köln. Coming to Australia, I'm a fan of St. Pauli. So Jackson Irvine, the midfielder, the attacking midfielder for St. Pauli, plays for Australia. So that's the only player I might personally would like to watch. But apart from that, I don't think I have anything to add for Australia. So that's it from us about Group D. Thank you. Until next time, goodbye.